Hello everyone, this is Marina from Say Something Crafty, and I'm here to do another tutorial for today. This is how I make my Bohemian beads. So you're going to need, of course, some beads, and what I use for my base is balloon sticks. I found them at Walmart, and what I do is I just take some wire cutters or scissors and I cut them up. And you can make a variety of different beads with them, homemade beads or mixed media beads, whatever you want to do with them. They all turn out super pretty and they are such fun to make, especially when you're looking to personalize something or make a gift for someone. So like I said, what you're going to start off with is some balloon sticks, and what I've done is I have already cut up my balloon sticks and I've gotten out my beads and other things. And I like to make a variety, so I either make them large or I make them smaller. And what you're going to do is you're just going to roll a loop if you're going to make a larger one, roll a loop, and then just go ahead and add your bead caps, and then add a bead, or in whatever order you'd like to do, and then you go ahead and you add that balloon stick on there. And I like to add another bead and a bead cap, and maybe a couple of other beads, but you don't have to add bead caps if you don't want to, but it's a personal preference. Then you go ahead and you just roll another loop in there. And then you have your base. And from there you go ahead and use I like to use fibers. You can use strips of fabric. You can use more than one. I also use Fabri-Tac. And I just use my finger and rub a little Fabri-Tac on there and then wrap around the fibers that I'm going to use. And sometimes I like to add two, so I'll cut off a piece, just add a little bit more glue and push it down. And then I'll go ahead and pick out a second piece of fibers to add. So just add another dab of glue, go ahead and wrap it around. And I do like to use Fabri-Tac because it's easy to work with and it comes off easily. And then I'll just hold it down with some Fabri-Tac on the second part. And from here you can add papers, you can leave it as is, you don't have to add any more if you don't want to. And if you do want to add more, you can add papers on there from old books, vintage books, poems, anything you'd like to add, and then you have a bead. Now the extra part, which is optional, is that you can go ahead and wire wrap it. And I like to use thin wire for this, and this wire is craft wire, and it is, I'm not really sure the size, it's just really, really thin wire. And you can add little beads onto your wire, or you can just leave it as is and just wrap it around your bead. And here I am making a smaller one, and I use head pins when I make the smaller ones. The smaller ones are very cute. But that is basically my whole process. They're really fun and easy to make. If you have any questions, please let me know. There are other tutorials that I will link below. Much slower tutorials. I wanted to do a quick version so you guys could get the gist of it. I definitely recommend the balloon sticks. They are perfect for durability and for size. Alright guys, I will see you next time. Bye.